How you doing? Hey, in the January-February 2022 issue of American Handgunner magazine, I wrote a carry options column on carrying a concealed gun in a shoulder holster. And the reason for that is shoulder holsters are kind of handy dandy. I like them because you can come home and take them off and put them over a chair and you've got all your gear right there. I like it for when you're driving. I like it when my back hurts. You can get the weight off your shoulders. If you're disabled, you're in a wheelchair, shoulder holsters are a really good option. There's a lot of positives having to go with shoulder holsters. And something though that I've seen time and time again is when people draw from shoulder holsters, especially people who haven't really had a lot of experience or training, they tend to muzzle everybody, themselves, their neighbors, the dogs and cats and everything else. And so what I want to do is show you a really simple technique to draw from a shoulder holster, any kind of shoulder holster, that you won't muzzle yourself or anybody else. I've got a blue gun here. I'm all alone here in the backyard, so we're safe times 10 here. So let me show you. Basically, most people that I have seen, or many people I've seen draw from a shoulder holster, they tend to go like this. Now they're muzzling themselves. Now they're muzzling the neighbors and the dogs and everybody else, people on the firing line. And then as they bring the gun up, they do their business. Now when they reholster, they tend to do the same thing. They muzzle themselves, they look down, they put the gun back in the holster. And I mean, they've just violated all kinds of safety rules unnecessarily. Now, yes, I know it's a horizontal carrier. So you're muzzling people every time somebody walks behind you. It's unavoidable. You have to be as safe as you possibly can with this. And I think anytime you're manipulating the gun, it's even more important to be safe. And so keeping in mind, even with a belt holster, you're probably covering your own hip. If you've got appendix carry, who knows what you're pointing the gun at? I mean, the list goes on. So it's a compromise we make in order to carry, in order to have this ability to defend ourselves and our family. Now, let me show you another simple way to do this. When it's time to draw the gun, get this arm up out of the way. Now watch, it's really simple. When you draw the gun, keep the muzzle down and slightly to one side of you as you bring the gun up. Then go ahead and meet it with your other hand as you do the firing grip and engage the target or aim or do whatever it is you need to do. Now to return the gun to the holster, you do exactly the same thing, but in reverse. Don't muzzle yourself or anybody else. Bring the gun down, avoiding pointing it at yourself. As you bring the gun up, you see I'm still pointing the muzzle next to me, and then go ahead and look and return it safely to the holster. So you see it's really quite simple, and it doesn't slow you down at all. And just because I know someone's going to ask, we'll pretend that I have a vertical carry shoulder holster here. So what I do, it's time to draw my gun, get my other hand out of the way, get a firing grip on the gun. As you draw the gun, it points down away from you. Go back up on target, do whatever it is you need to do, and to put the gun away, you do exactly the same thing, only it goes into a vertical shoulder holster. If you've got a chest holster, it's the same thing. When you draw from a chest holster, you don't want to muzzle yourself and everybody all around you like this. So if you draw from the chest holster, this arm gets out of the way, you draw the gun out, you're pointing at the ground just to the left of you and in front of you, and then you bring the gun back up and get on target. Put the gun away just the same way, safe. Okay, well there you go. It's pretty simple. Works with any shoulder holster you might have or plan on buying. I'd like to thank the people from Diamond D Leather. They supplied their shoulder holster for me. This is actually the one I use to carry my Hellcat. It's very comfortable. It's easy to adjust, and so far I really like it a lot. So hey, if you have any questions about this, please comment below. If you have thoughts or concerns or anything, just let us know about it, and maybe I can address it in a future video. So all right, you guys, you take care, be safe out there, and please do remember the 4 firearm safety rules. Take care.